Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. You're here with me, Sarit and Stevie K. Okay, today guys, we're watching Why Indians Are Taking Over Hollywood.
Yeah, it's from the channel Colin and Samir. We haven't done any of their videos before, but it'll be nice to see what their take is of why Indians are taking over Hollywood, to see what they've got to say. I'll put the link to their channel, so do check them out in the description below, and also I'll put the link to the original video. It'll be interesting.
Yeah, it is, because you know what I'm thinking of already is, do you remember when you wanted to do YouTube ages ago and who you were thinking of doing it with the first time, a long time ago, and the name that we're thinking of? You don't remember?
Mm-mm.
And you were gonna be the brown guy, and
yeah. I was actually So when you look at it,
I can see you two still doing that.
Yeah, because I'm just looking at it because obviously Colin and Samir, you know, one's Indian and one's white. So yeah,
Steve's
well,
friend.
I was thinking of doing a YouTube channel with a friend of mine. So,
friend, yeah.
Yeah, we thought of loads of ideas and stuff like that. We even tried to film a little and had the plans, and he was up for it.
Way before Magic Flicks.
Way before Magic Flicks, but then we didn't go through with it. But who knows? Who knows? Who knows in the future? You know, but that is quite, with you bringing it, I totally
forgot.
My mind just went. We actually done one video.
I was like, oh shit, did you even want me to mention
regarding
it?
Bronte and stuff like that? But it just in street was like recording us, and that's when the idea was of doing something. But yeah. But this one, obviously, there's been loads of people around, like now in Hollywood, like, you know, top of my head, like obviously Priyanka Chopra, but then there's, Lady Sings in America anyway, but there's loads of American Indians, but there's obviously British Indian actors who've gone to America as well, and then, you know, people from India have gone, not just Priyanka Chopra, Deepika had gone there. I think other actors, I think Amitabh Bachchan obviously worked with Leonardo DiCaprio. There was loads of people have been asked for Neil Kapoor. Lots of people have been asked. Yeah, he was in Mission Impossible, roles and stuff to do on them, which many of them have declined in the past, kind of thing. But that's just on top of their head before anyone turns around. So anyway, let's just have a watch first and see what they say. Yeah, here we go.
Right now, Indians are taking over Hollywood, filling lead roles and finding major success.
Dev Patel?
But when I was a kid, the only Indian that I remember on TV was Apu.
Today, I am truly an American citizen.
And he wasn't even played by an Indian guy.
Welcome to the Quickie Mart.
But in recent years, there's been an explosion of Indians in Hollywood.
Those stereotypes are so outdated. There's more Indian dudes doing sitcoms than there are running 7-Elevens.
Aziz has his own show on Netflix. Hassan Minaj has his own show on Netflix. Mindy has the Mindy Project. Liza Koshy's killing it. Priyanka Chopra is everywhere. In 2018, Kunal Nair was listed as the 5th highest paid actor on TV. And now Lily Singh even has her own late night show on NBC.
Thank you so much for being here.
And then there was Samir from Colin and Samir.
I was going to say, how are you going to leave yourself out?
No, this is all about it. So there's no doubt that there's talented people all over the world.
But Hollywood is a business, and the one thing that matters most in that business is audience.
A lot of the decision making is super concentrated in Hollywood still. Certainly the consumption of Hollywood is around the world. So really it's all I'm trying to figure out when we look at the viewing behavior is what's the size of the potential universe for this film?
The third biggest immigrant population in the U.S. outside of Mexican and Chinese immigrants is India. This is from an article in Time magazine from 2019. And the article also states that Indian immigrants in America have the highest median incomes of all immigrants in the U.S. Wow. 70% of Indian immigrants in America have a college degree, so that's 2.5 times the national average. The fact that they are pursuing higher education and come from homes with higher median incomes means that the audience is desirable for advertisers, because they have purchase intent, and that results in programming. So as people of color move up economically at scale, studios and major companies have a financial incentive to serve those audiences.
It's like back in the 50s when they had soap operas that literally were meant to sell soap to housewives who were at home.
Comet gets sinks and tubs cleaner and whiter than any other leading fence.
I did not know that.
You didn't know that?
Nor was that in the script.
That's literally why they're called soap operas.
Had no idea. But the audience is now also there in India.
Indian-based company Reliance launched Jio in 2015 with the goal of bringing a high-speed 4G network and affordable data to all of the Indian population.
And this market is huge. It's considered the last major growth market economically in the world.
Analysts say that this is a market that's going to be worth $100 billion by 2022.
That's crazy. As of May 2019, Reliance Jio has 322 million subscribers. That's basically the population of the United States that is now connected to the internet in India. The Jio 2 phone is available for 3,000 rupees, which is basically the equivalent of $40 US.
So it connects this massive Indian audience with content made in America. And another reason why the Indian audience is so important is because a lot of them are English speaking.
So if Hollywood invests in a new show with Indian talent, they can just take the content as is and play it in India to grow a fan base.
Namaste India, it's your girl Lily. You can catch A Little Late with Lily Singh on September 21st at 8 p.m. on Star World and Star World HD. I cannot wait.
You can't say the same for China, another massive market.
In China, you can't even get on YouTube.
True. India is not only the biggest audience on YouTube, but also the fastest growing.
When YouTube launched in India, there were less than 50 million internet users in the country. And today, YouTube reaches over 265 active users each month.
Netflix doesn't put all of their shows in full on YouTube, but Patriot Act episodes are available in full on YouTube. And that's probably because Netflix wants to grow a fan base in India.
It's also because you can't really find anything on Netflix. It's like the lost and found bin of entertainment.
It seems like the priorities have shifted, and now some of these major networks and studios are focusing heavily on attracting this Indian audience, and not focusing as much traditionally on audiences that they used to try and capture.
So you've always said that your Indianness is a big part of, your voice and what you put out there. Do you think as you sort of need to speak to people perhaps in Middle America, do you have to blunt the edges?
Nah.
And another reason we're starting to see more Indians in Hollywood is because there just are more Indians in Hollywood, and these Indians aren't playing a poo. There's now a long list of Indian actors who are paving the way for other Indians.
Growing up, if I wanted to be a late night host, history had shown that I could. Every single late night host was a white guy.
And now with Lily Singh, even though I'm not always a fan of her content, she is paving the path for the future of Indians who want to pursue a creative career.
Regardless of what the outcome is, if I'm being super candid with you, it's kind of not going to matter because it's going to help continue pave that path. And that's what my priority is.
Hollywood held the keys for so many years and kept opportunities from people. But on YouTube, Lily Singh could hone her craft and cultivate an audience that probably studio execs didn't even believe existed or was valuable. And by the time this opportunity came, she was ready and had a huge audience.
Hollywood, in the old days, it really represented studios and to some degree a couple of networks. And now it's this vast group of people, artists, creators, that are looking to figure out how to execute on their ideas and get to the biggest audience possible.
People like Hassan and Lily and everyone else that we listed in this video have made it even easier for me to view this as a tangible career path. And for my parents to see it actually happening now in Hollywood, it seems more real, and it's starting to become an acceptable decision to try and pursue your creativity as a career. So to answer the question, why are Indians taking over Hollywood? Talent aside, Indians have just become one of the largest and most valuable audiences in the world. So thanks for watching to the end of this video. All the people we talked about in this video have really inspired me to pursue my own creativity, and we wanted to do the same for you. We wanted to inspire you to pursue your creativity.
Okay, and that was the video. I think they presented really well. Both of them worked really good from fitting in the videos and stuff like that, and how they obviously they addressed what they were basically creating, really, what they want to create and say, sort of thing. What I was going to say was, obviously, like they said, not everyone likes every single person's content. I mean, there's going to be loads that don't like, obviously, us, what we create, loads of people, and we hear it all the time. So it's nothing new to us, people, why are you doing this? Why? And it doesn't matter how much time you explain that, it's enjoyable for us. We get to do things as a couple. It's fun. And not only that, when you're brought up in a certain area, like I've said when I was younger, brought up in a small part of Birmingham, sort of thing, feeling like, if you've got the opportunity to become an actor or a filmmaker or a director, either you have to be living in London or living in America and places like that, where you've got people that And you know, but when you're an Indian brought up totally away from the places that you think that you can get a role in film, like, you know, any in media kind of work at that time, you just thinking the only place I'm going to fit in is probably Bollywood. If I go to India and become, and then you like think to yourself, wait a second, how is that going to happen? I did know Punjabi, I did pick up Hindi, I used to watch loads of films, but then I used to go, but there's loads of people there that also want to be either actors or directors or filmmakers. They know better Hindi than me, or they got contacts that I've got to go into a place that I don't know, and then say to them, can you accept me from outside?
Is that feeling that you feel like you'll be more accepted there? That's what it is.
No, but I actually felt that if I went to America or I went to London, they would see me as an outsider. That you're an Indian trying to be something and you don't know. But at the same time, I also felt like if I went to Bollywood, I'd still be an outsider. Because you're basically a British Indian guy. Why would we need to give you a chance when we've got so many people who are Indian, who are right here, who are also capable just like you? So for a person like me, I felt like didn't fit anywhere kind of thing. And then that mindset just sinks in and you go, let me just do what I can do. Even though you can do the courses, just thinking, well, my parents ain't going to pay, they wouldn't assume filmmaking or acting or anything like that as a career. So they would just more or less go, business or something like that. And if you don't want to be a doctor or a lawyer and stuff. So I think that also makes you feel like, you know what, it's not going to happen, so there's no point. And that dream just goes. What something like YouTube does is more or less just allows you to create, like at the end of the day, regardless of what content we're creating, we have to put a camera on, we have to make sure it's set, we have to put lights on, then we have to edit it and then do all the stuff. We don't, lots of people script things, we don't script, we just go with whatever we're coming, we didn't know what we're going to watch there, and we just say things on top of our head. And it gives you the opportunity and the feeling of, you know what, I'm creating, I want to do a video, I want to make it, I can do it from here. And then people in India are now watching it, but not just India. We've got people in America that watch our channel, and we've got people in Canada, New Zealand, Australia, UK, everywhere. And it's like we're connecting from a place that I'm not in London, I'm not in America, I'm not in India, but people are accepting us. And, you know, and they're accepting us for us. I didn't have to be, they didn't see me and going, you don't fit in. They're going, you know what, when I see everyone's messages, we're family. And that's the beauty of it. And with them is, and the thing is, when you create this, just like this Lily Singh said, you might not like Lily Singh's content. Some people might not like Priyanka Chopra. Some people might not like, you know, some of the other actors, what they created and stuff.
Some people might not like me because I say whatever I feel like saying.
But that's what I mean. But the thing is, like Lily Singh said, like, you know, with her going on that Lily Singh's late show, it might not have been something she wanted to do, but what it would do is, by her creating it, that she can do it. There's so many girls and guys from there going, like you said, if there was a white male doing the late night show or acting, you turn around and your mind is going, I can't do it. Because can you see it's a white male doing it, or it's a white female doing it, or it's this, that, and the other.
When we started when we started YouTube, the first time we ever did it, the first channel, even then we were feeling like.
When we started our first channel, because Magic Flicks was our first channel, we actually tried to do something just as a family with our kids, and even then we got disheartened in the sense that no friends and family were like watching, but the British audience, because I would say it was more to do with that's what we would assume would have watched, they weren't interested. And then it felt like, why would they be, you know, we're Indian, and the feeling comes, regardless of anyone saying anything bad, it's just a feeling of, you know, why would they want, you know, someone like an Indian you know, family doing things in England, why would that interest them? And it does. So when you see other people, like I said, like now, if Lily Singh, like she says, she might not do that show. I think she stopped now as well. I think already she's stopped doing it. She wants to go elsewhere. But the thing is, it gives people in areas or parts of the world going, well, you know what? I might not be able to go to Hollywood. You know, I might not be able to go to Bollywood. I might not be able to go to UK, but I can probably do things that other people do. as well. And like you said, there might be like our daughter or somebody, or even myself going, well, if Lily Singh could go on the Late Late Show in America and sit there and she's a brown, like, you know, she's a brown female, Indian female, why can't an Indian male also do it, kind of thing? You know, I'm from the UK, I could speak the language, I could probably go there, I could sit down, and certainly someone from India could probably go, look, I could probably go to America. But even like with Priyanka Chopra being an actress who's, you know, well, she was a model who was Miss Universe or, you know, Miss World or something, and then obviously being an actress in India, then going to America and then acting, and I think it just that, like, you know, it opens those doorways of, like, you know, it doesn't matter where you are, you got the capabilities, someone shows you that there's a path that you can take. They can do it, so can we.
Thought of, or a path that you have thought of and you thought it was going to be really difficult, someone's opened that way for you.
Yeah.
You need to feel like there's hope for you.
And that's what I feel like, you know, everything you do, there's always going to be the haters and the naysayers, and they turn around and go, well, they just got lucky, or they just do it for this and that and the other. You're going to get that all, you're going to get that with,
from our upbringing, like,
yeah, you're going to get that. But then you also know that there's going to be that one kid or that girl or that boy somewhere going, well, like I said, can't go to those places, but guess what? If they can create something like this, I don't know what I'm going to create, but I can be a filmmaker, I can be an actor, I can reach out to the world, and I can get that same kind of love. And I think the more actors like them and filmmakers keep on paving the way, it gives others hope.
Yeah.
And not only that, I think it's also opening the fact that Hollywood is accepting that, whereas before they probably didn't, that, hey, we need them just as much as they probably once
just like
needed.
They're saying,
they probably needed
the
just
audience. I never thought of that before.
Before they would have probably applied and go, no, we're not interested. You know what? We don't need, because no one's going to watch you guys, kind of thing. Now they're probably going, wait a second, we need you just as much, regardless of what the reason might be. They might be going, if we have to do a Marvel or Avengers movie or something like that, we need the Indian audience to watch it. But it might be nicer if we have a Indian character in there, because it might touch, they might have their reasons to do it, but at the end of the day, it's that thing of they need them just as much as you need each other, and that's what a team's supposed to be, regardless of what it is. It's about continuous growth together, and that kind of thing. And like I said, it was, I liked what they had created. So like I said, I'll put their links to their channel before, so do go and check them out, and thanks for the video from those guys. Let us know what other videos you guys want us to make. Also write down in the comments what your take was of the video and what your thoughts are about Indians taking over Hollywood, or just getting into, like, you know, going abroad and doing other things, kind of thing. How do you feel about it? Write it down, and don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one. Take care, see you soon.
Bye.
Bye.